I'm Tessa Smith with Mama's Geeky. Thank you, Celeste, so much for taking the time today. I'm obsessed with this show. I
Ah,
we got the
I'm so
screeners.
happy to hear that.
No, it's so good. We got the screeners and I watched like two episodes and then I immediately emailed and was like, "Are you doing a junket for this? I need to speak to people about this show."
Oh,
So, and then I continued and watched it and binged it in like a day and a half. It's amazing. So I actually went backwards. I watched the show and then I watched the movie after because I hadn't seen it. But I love how there's like fun Easter eggs sprinkled throughout. So can you talk about the importance of including those?
absolutely. And I'm glad you watched the movie. I keep telling people they have to watch the movie as well so they can appreciate, the love that went into kind of translating the movie into a new series, which is a new world, new characters, but we still wanted to keep the essence of the original movie and still make nods and winks to the original fans. That's really
Yeah.
important to me, to make sure people know that it was handled with loving hands who respect the original movie.
Yeah, absolutely. Now I am going to hold this until after it is all out. So we can talk about spoilers because
All
there's no
right.
way I can talk about this show without talking about spoilers. How fun is it to make like every single person basically have a deep dark secret for the most part, and not just a secret like hiding a body in a in a freezer secret, or like I'm actually this person who left when I was 13, secret. So, how fun is it to sprinkle that stuff in there?
It was so great. Story really runs on secrets. And what I think was the most fun was for the actors to be able to approach these characters and know kind of sometimes what their underlying secret was. So when you look back on these scenes, you can see what they were actually playing and what they were actually hiding. That was, think, the most fun for them. In addition to being together as a cast, they had such a great time together.
Yeah, no, they're so good together. First of all, they're all incredible. It feels like a real, like, I felt like a neighbor, sitting there when they're having their like wine night. I'm like, I feel like I'm part of this on the porch, like as they're
Oh
watching
God.
everybody. It's so fun. But I want to talk about the Betsy Allison twist because I did not see that coming. I was like, I knew she was going to be shady or something, but when they were like, oh, she's Allison, I was like, oh my God, that makes so much sense. So, like, can you talk about that and like when you wanted to reveal it? Because I think that was the perfect time.
Absolutely. I am so thrilled that it surprised you. We were nervous about it when we were kind of developing the story of like, will everyone see this coming? We want it to feel like this big reveal and a win for Samira to be able to put it all together. So we decided to put it halfway through the season because we felt if we extended it too long, it might, people would suspect it. We still wanted to be this big gas moment. And I think Erica Dasher, the actress who plays the character, really does a great job in, hiding something. We don't know what it is. And when we know that it's her, it's just like this aha moment that it made sense all along.
Yeah, no, it was perfect. And then okay, so I was watching the finale, right? And I'm looking at the time and I'm like, this isn't gonna be hunky dory at the end of this. There's so much time left in this episode. Can we talk about like there has to be a season two? You cannot end it like this.
Oh, I hope there is. We will find out. I hope the audiences love the show, and I know Peacock is excited about the show. So I'm really hoping we get a second season. Have it all plotted out, ready to go, and we'll find out the fate of our Naveen.
Well, that's the thing. Like, what at what point were you like, oh, we're just gonna have him now be kidnapped or dead or who knows what? I'm hoping he's alive, but we don't know. Like, what was your thought process of like, we're gonna end this with like one of our main characters in danger?
Yeah, I think Naveen will be a fan favorite. Kapil Talwalkar did such a great job with the character. He starts off as kind of the sidekick comedic relief and really goes on this whole emotional arc of his own. And I think and hope audiences will love him. And so when he does go missing, that there's just like, oh no, like
Yeah.
what happened to our guy? And it felt, I still wanted to keep the mystery going that, there's something bigger afoot in the Hinkley Hills that the threat is still not gone, and to launch us into a hopeful second season.
Yeah, I remember watching it being like, wait, is that really the last episode? I was like, hold on, did they just not give me more? Like, is it a 10 episode season? Like, what's happening? Then I was like, no, why is it gone? Like, there has to be because I love him so much. And like,
Good.
even like he was on that date and I was like so happy for him. And then I was like, wait a minute. Now you can't trust
And you
this
can't
girl.
have nice things.
No,
You rip it away.
you can't trust anyone in Hinkley Hills, that's for sure.
Exactly.
Well, thank you so
Everyone's
much.
got secrets.
Exactly. Well, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it. And congratulations. I can't wait for
Thank
everyone to see
you.
this. I can't wait for theories to be popping up on social media, as I'm sure they will after this airs. So
I'm so happy you're a fan. Thank you.
thank you so much for your time. Thank you both so much for taking the time.
What's up, Tessa?
Yeah, are you a geek,
Oh,
Tessa?
I'm a total
Yourself?
geek. It's
Okay.
ridiculous. It's a problem, but it's a good problem.
Mm.
Well, first of all, congratulations. This show, I binged it. We got the screeners. I binged it in a day and a half. I was like, I got to keep watching this. I got to keep knowing what's going on.
Right? It's great.
It's great.
It's so good. It's so twisted. For you guys reading the scripts, like obviously you can't give details, but like, what were your reactions? Because it gets wilder and wilder.
I don't know. The characters were just so specific, and I found myself just believing all of it and not finding any of it that hard to believe. So you, on paper, you would say that these were hard to believe things that these people did, but I don't know. Somehow it was
Yeah.
very natural too.
It was very natural, very funny. Couldn't stop reading. Just even the pilot. When I got the pilot, I was just so. I don't think I've been excited to audition for something like this in a long time. Like I read the pilot and I was like, man, I want to be part of this. Please let me be part of this. And I felt that way even reading all the rest of the scripts. You know. Oh, by the way, when is this running before or after the show comes out?
I can run it after because there's some things we could talk about.
If you,
Yeah, you just can't. We don't want the audience to have spoilers.
That's all.
know.
That's
so
why I want.
brilliantly
Yeah.
written, and you know.
I know. Well, that's the thing. I was like, I want to talk about so many things. Like, first of all, I need a season 2. Let's just throw that out there because you can't end it like that.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
You don't. Yeah.
Him.
You don't know if I'm dead or alive.
That's crazy.
You don't know.
I'm like, we need more. What was that about? My jaw was on the floor. I saw how much runtime was left in the episode, and I was like, oh no, this ain't gonna be an easy wrap up, you know?
Oh. Yeah. What were you thinking by the end of it on that
I had
that
no
date?
idea. I'm like, there's gotta be something else. I didn't think like you were gonna get like kidnapped. Like that was not in my brain. But I was like, stuff is gonna be going down or killed or I'm hoping kidnapped. Fingers crossed.
Oh, you know what? I never told you this. When I was watching it, binging it, they gave us the first 3 episodes, and my daughter was with us, and we were watching it. And in that scene, when you're on the date,
Yeah.
during the scene, it's a very lovely woman playing his date. My daughter said, I don't trust her.
No.
I know. Her daughter is a savant,
She
like
really kind of
TV
is.
savant.
She really kind of is.
I like
gotta say.
didn't. Yeah, I was gonna say I did not
Nothing
trust
gets
her
violent.
until it was like obvious that I shouldn't trust her. I was like, oh look, he's on a date. I'm so happy for him. And then I'm like, no,
Yeah,
this is terrible.
I mean, I'm easy to surprise, but she's like, I don't. She just gets so into it.
Tessa, what did you think about the Allison Betsy twist?
That was crazy. I didn't think.
That's
I
fun,
thought
huh?
she was. I thought she was like a creepy person. I didn't know she was gonna. I'm telling you, this show is wild. It's so smart.
It's wild, isn't it? It's so wild.
How do they even come up with this
So
stuff?
I.
That's how I kept watching it. Like I had to watch it back to back because I was like, something else crazy is gonna happen, and I need to know. And everyone, you all are so good in this. Like, and
Thank you.
it's like you never know who you can trust. I'm like, can I trust this person? Can I not trust this girl's got her husband in the fridge? Like, what the heck is going on? You know, it's wild.
It's wild.
It's got to be fun to play like that, though.
It is, because there is quite a reality to it as far as the way neighbors do behave on a cul-de-sac, except something's always just a little off. I wonder how much people will be like my daughter and start to suspect things long before they have any reason to. It's very interesting. I can't wait to hear all that sort of thing when it's running. It'll be so much fun to get the feedback.
Well, that's what I'm saying. In a day of social media, like this is going to be, people are going to be throwing stuff out on TikTok, Twitter. I know it. It's going to be one of those.
That'd be so fun to follow.
The social. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. I'm gonna go back on socials now. because I'm
Just for
curious.
this. It is going to
Yeah,
be one of these ones. Yeah.
I take some breaks, but anyway.
No, I
Good
mean
for you.
it's definitely that's good for your mental health, but
Yes.
I do feel like with this, there's going to be a
I'm
lot
so
of
curious.
speculation.
Yeah.
There's going to be a lot of who is it? Who's doing this? Who's killed this person? Who is this person for real? Like it's going to be
Seriously.
nuts. It's crazy. Well, congratulations, guys. Seriously, this show is so bonkers. I love it. I hadn't actually watched the movie until after watching this. Like then I went back and watched the movie because which I love that they throw in little like surprises and stuff from the movie too. So
Do you have a preference?
the show because it's longer and you get more time and there's more twistiness to it. So
Also, it's more modern, but it's, in ways there's people who are huge fans of the movie will get to see some Easter eggs. But if you just like that genre of stuff, we have a whole new story.
Yeah.
Completely new story. You'll get something completely different out of this.
exactly.
And some great characters introduced of the young people,
Totally.
like Agnes's daughter.
Yes.
Which is so funny.
Oh, yeah. She's so
character.
funny. It's so
God,
funny.
she's good, that
She's
girl.
so
Oh my
good.
God. Yeah. Congratulations. Seriously. That's my time. But I appreciate you guys talking to me. And I can't wait for everyone to see this. And I can't wait to follow on social media and see what people think. It's going to be nuts. I got to tell you, I got the screeners for this, right? And I was like, okay, I'll check it out. And I watched like 2 episodes and I immediately started emailing all the reps like, okay, who's going to do interviews for this? Like, I'm obsessed. Yes.
That makes me so happy. That's amazing. That's the best possible thing to
I was like, I need to talk to everybody about this. And then also, like, I binged it in like a day. I called we're not supposed to share screeners, but I like called my husband and I was like, you have to watch this with me. And he was like, this is so good. I was like, I know.
This is the best. This is the best reaction you could possibly have.
It was
I'm
so
so
happy. No, and like you, girl, it was so funny because like, Betsy comes in and I'm like, I don't trust this girl. There's something going on with her. But I had no idea.
Amazing.
What was your reaction when they were like, by the way, you're going to be Allison?
Well, I'm trying to think about what I had heard in the audition process. Like I knew that she was pretending to be somebody else.
Yeah.
I knew that I had this secret, but I wasn't sure. And honestly, even when we were on set, there was some level of, because the scripts were coming out, one at a time. And like, there was a point before the finale, I think we were shooting 6 or 7, and we were all like, what happens? What happens? And I knew they were like debating, and they have this writer's room, and it's led by Celeste Hughey, who had crafted this like really fun, propulsive mystery.
Yeah.
Yeah, but to speak to her a little bit, like in the audition process, I was like, okay, so I knew she was holding on to something. I knew that she was holding a lot of the unresolved trauma of the season. And I knew she was pretending to be somebody else, but I wasn't sure how it would all come together. And so when I was auditioning, I started submitting 3 different takes of the same scene.
Ah, okay.
So I would do something that felt a little more dangerous and aloof, and I would do something that felt like comedic and in line with the tone of the show and like covering up a little bit more. And then I would try to do a blend because I knew she needed to feel like you couldn't quite put your finger on her.
Yeah.
And yeah, when I got to set, I was like, okay, we continued working that way. We'd do a take that was like darker or more vulnerable, and then a take that was more comedic. And I didn't know how they would cut it together. And then when I saw it, I was like, oh yeah, you're like, what is up with this girl?
Yeah, I know. I was like, she's hiding something, but I never in a million years thought, oh, she's going to be Allison. Like,
such a testament to the writers.
it's crazy. I was like, what is happening? And I like that they didn't hold that. Like, I like that that's not the cliffhanger at the end of season 1. You know what I mean?
Me too. I think it's so smart because you're like, oh, now I get to go deeper into this conspiracy.
Yeah, exactly. Because it easily could have been like, okay, that's the first season. Then the second season continues later, with them working with her.
Such a cliffhanger. We were all like screaming when we read that last page. We're like, oh my God.
I was like,
I don't know what I can say here, but yeah.
No, I mean, I'm holding this till after it all comes out. So
okay.
like, because I was like fully there's no world where we don't get a second season. I'm gonna be so mad
I
if
was
that's
so mad.
the end. Because I'm like, that's not fair. Is he alive or dead? Or, I'm like, why is Naveen gonna be kidnapped now? What's happening?
That was also the last shot. So there were like the last two shots of this season of there was one where I'm up in the room. I don't even know if it was you. No, it must have been. I'm up in the room in my room and you see like cop cars outside and you know that like this homicide that I committed has just happened.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like standing by the window, sort of holding my breath. And then the very last shot was Naveen in the trunk, and I got to like, watch it on the monitor, screaming and banging on the trunk. But like, no, I really want to see what happens. I really hope Allison gets to come back and rescue her love.
That's what I was gonna say. Like, I do hope, because she can't just, I know she's like moving on, whatever, but after finding out, which she's gonna have her ways to find out about Naveen, there's no way she doesn't help them.
I know. Well, and it was so fun. Like Kiki, when we were all like shooting the basement stuff, we were down there and she was like, this is like a fun Scooby-Doo gang. And I was like, oh, it's so true. Like there's four of us, we're all playing such different notes and like, but it's like a good little Scooby-Doo detective unit. Yeah, I think, and I think that's also Celeste because she was on set, obviously, and we were having conversations about the last episode and what we wanted Allison to feel like. And she was like, I want her to feel like I gotta go.
Yeah.
I won. I caught the guy. I avenged my close murder, and I'm gonna get out the door, and I gotta get out of here. But I think that makes it so much more delicious if she does get to come back.
I hope so, because like they're such a good little unit, like you said. But speaking of, like, how much fun was it working with this cast? Because you guys are all so good together.
Oh my gosh. I mean, I'm just lucky because I'm playing a darker note on the show in a way, like I'm carrying that thing. But then I just get to go to work and be with geniuses like Kiki
Yeah.
and Beth and Paula Pelt and Julia and Mark. Oh my, everybody was so fun. And it was like I kept saying this to Celeste. I was like, you've no idea. And this really is a testament to Kiki too, because she's such an incredible lead.
Oh, she's great.
She's so great. Like she's great on set. She's really warm. She's really, she's doing 100 things. She was like leading this show and she was shooting music videos for her album that she produced on her own on the weekend. And she was editing in the hair and makeup trailer. And she's a mother and she had her son on set and she has her podcast and her books and like she's doing a million things. And yet still, we were having like full-blown, real deep conversations about family and art in between takes. And I was just like, how does she's a unicorn. I have no idea. But yeah, it was just like everybody was also like sane, which is great. Our actors we're a quirky bunch. And like this was like a very sane, fun, generous cast. And coming in episode 3 to, this group of people, I was like pretty nervous and I was sort of like, tiptoeing in and wondering how I fit in and being a little neurotic on the first couple of takes. And it dissolved so quickly because everybody was just wonderful.
Oh, that's so great. I love to hear that. And what was it like for you reading the scripts and seeing like the stuff that the other secrets that like you weren't even involved in? Because that's the thing. It's not just like Allison is the only secret in this cul-de-sac.
Everyone's got a secret.
Everyone.
I mean, I just love each character is so rich and so informed by these comedic actors and their particular points of view. Like Mark, all of Mark's little quirks, his bike, his like recumbent bike through the neighborhood, his like all of his, you go into his house for the first time and you're like, who lives like, what do you do for work, sir? And Julia Duffy has such an interesting, like, really heartbreaking arc in the season with the guy next door, with
Mhm.
Bill and the affair and her dead husband in her fridge. I mean, it's like
I know.
that was the one, even watching it, because I had read it, and then even watching it, I was like,
Yeah.
um, yeah, just all of I just love it. And, and then how there's my side of things as Allison, and then watching how it affects Jack and Kapil too.
Hmm.
And their chemistry with each other was just so cute. They really fell in love and would like play pickleball together and
Oh.
like in real life. And yeah, they were so easy. Kapil and I both went to USC, and I think like our training is the same. And he was the first person I really started shooting with, and like that made it all so easy. And Jack, I was like, he's so sort of refined and polite in some ways. And I was like, that's a British person. And I was like, I think Americans, we have this like perception of British people as being like more refined, maybe
Yeah.
are. But
That's probably why.
I like immediately on set was like, okay, well, if I need to have had this really long relationship with Jack and we were childhood best friends, I was like, I just wanted to get it. So I'd be like, hey, Jack, like, how are you? What's your relationship with your mother like? You'd be like, oh my gosh. But I wanted to disturb the peace a little bit. And they
What's
were
your
also
relationship with your
receptive. It
mom?
was really fun.
That's great. No, and I actually did this, I would say backwards. Like I watched this and then I watched the movie because I hadn't seen the movie.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So I was like, and I knew it was going to be different, obviously, but I was
Yeah.
like, okay, I want to see because, and then because of that, I realized all the little nods in and like cameos, right? Exciting things.
Yeah, that's so exciting.
Did you get to meet Corey or no?
I wasn't on set that day.
No.
I know. But I hope if we do season 2, like more will come in. But yeah, there's so many, and obviously the sardines.
Right, of course.
So that was a scene that I like rewatched and would return to because I get to hold that little piece of
Yeah.
history and lore within the show. And I actually, in my audition, when I slate, because we have to slate as actors, we say like, "Hi, I'm Erica. I'm 5'5". I'm based in New York, whatever." I ate sardines in my slate. I was like, and I happen to love sardines. It was like disgusting. I like to think that sent it over the edge.
Yeah, that was like, oh, okay, we're gonna hire
Okay,
her.
we got her.
She'll eat sardines. Great, perfect. No, no, it's so fun. So, what do you think it is like? I guess trying to think of the right way to frame this for people who have seen the movie. How would
Mhm.
you describe this to them? As like, obviously, it's a new story.
Yeah, I mean, I think you said it really best. Like, I think there are ways that they honor tone and the mystery, and there are so many fun Easter eggs in it,
Right.
but it also gets to grow and become its own thing and has its own point of view, which I think is really important for mystery and for cult, because if it was just you're like, okay, well, we know what happens, but this
Right.
gets to fully be its own thing while still honoring what it emerged from.
Yeah, no, I know because my husband had seen the movie and I hadn't. He's like, "How have you never seen the movie?" Because I was like, "Do you want to watch this, The Burbs, with me? You have to watch it. It's so good." He's like the movie? I was like,
Yeah.
"No, it's
Yeah.
not the movie. That came out a long time ago." you know.
Funny.
But in watching it, he was like, "Oh, there's a Tom Hanks poster," and I was like, "That doesn't mean anything to me." He's like, "Okay, we're gonna
How
watch it."
incredible is the production design on the show?
I know
In my house,
that
that
house is
huge
crazy.
couch and like it is amazing. With the first time I walked in, there are these like lucite chairs. There's a poster. There's all sorts of incredible, dense. I don't know. It really felt like that house felt like a Tim Burton set in some ways. And I
Mhm.
thought it was like so well done and cool. I know it's supposed to be a creepy house, but I was like, I would live here. This is awesome.
Your guy would live in this. That's so funny. Well, I was gonna ask, is it like an actual house or it's not? It wasn't like a set house.
It is. So there's there are the houses on, I always call it Wisteria Lane on the Universal, which are the
Yeah, yeah.
exteriors of the houses, but you can go inside of them. So a lot of the like exterior where you're watching, you can see Allison through the window. There's so much of me at the window.
Yeah.
Uh,
Being
but
creepy, looking out that
yeah,
window.
yeah. But then they built the interior of the houses on sound stages, and it was, oh my God, massive and so elaborate and incredible that they can do that. And it's so amazing. I mean, this is film, but they just erect these cities and then take them down. And it's it's so cool to watch masters of their craft do something.
I always find that stuff so interesting. I've done a couple set visits and it's always like I really feel like I'm in a house or school or wherever. It's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then you look up and there's no ceiling and you're like, oh.
Yes.
I guess I'm
crafty in this house.
Yeah. Now, did you get to talk to like young Allison at all or not? Did you guys not really?
No, I didn't get to meet her, and I thought she did such a great. I don't know if they showed her footage of me. They might have because we shot episode 6 before 5, so
Okay.
maybe she had access to some. Or it's just incredible. I mean, we don't look like she's such a beautiful young blonde princess, and I was like, wow, that's what I look like. That's cool. But
I'll take it.
yeah, I'll take it. But no, I think that's also such a big turn, right? You see them so young, and
Yeah.
then have black hair, and I'm older, and but no, I thought they all sort of captured our essences,
It was really good.
and have the same chemistry, I think, in some ways that we did on set. But I didn't even get to meet her. I will probably meet her today at the premiere.
Oh, very cool. You see, that's why I was wondering if like the 6 of you got together at all because they really do feel like
Right?
it was so good. I was like, once it clicked that you were like Allison, I'm like, this makes so much sense. It seemed like the same people.
I know. And she has that, there's like a sweetness to her, and there's also a real edge.
Yeah.
And she's so young, but like you get that, which is really fun. No, I think it's Carmen Cuba that cast it, and all of the, you have to go through all these levels of producer approvals and whatever. And I think they just cast it really well.
Yeah, no, so good. Do you have any like not even well, just any favorite memory or something that stands out, whether it was like something funny that happened or spooky that happened?
Well, the spookiest part is right after episode 3, I broke my ankle in real life.
No,
And so I got the whole of the series on a broken ankle. And I would have to like hand off crutches and then do the take and just stand there. And you can, if you're paying close enough attention, I do limp into the room at times. And I was like, oh no, I'm gonna get fired. And they were wonderful, and everybody took such good care of me, and they would like golf cart me around the street a lot to the set. And I would like sit at Video Village waiting in between for like an hour because I was like, I can't go all the way back to my trip. But it was, and then by the time we got to this action sequence, I mean, I was still on a broken ankle. Like we had it taped up. But I had to be like harnessed and yanked through an air vent, and Geeky and I are like, we had stunt doubles, we had these incredible stunt doubles, but a lot of it we had to do ourselves. And yeah, everybody was like very patient, took care of, but I was like fully had a broken ankle while shooting this.
That's crazy because you do some like serious stuff.
There's some serious stuff in there. Yeah. It was wild. And everyone was like, are you okay? I was like, I got it. I can commit homicide today. It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, what was your reaction to reading that you got to do that?
I mean, just awesome.
That's pretty fun.
And it's so cathartic, for her. It's like she's been holding on to this for 15 years or whatever, and she's was kidnapped and left for dead and like had to stay away for so long and is back because she wants to do the right thing and protect other people, and then has this encounter and that she gets to deliver. I mean, it is a team effort, but that she deliver the final blow is just like, I was like, yes, it's so satisfying. But then of course it's not over. But it was so fun when we were doing sort of the training for that. There's the scene where Kiki's like hitting him on the head with the airbag, and she was like, I got it, did it, just killed it. It was so fun. I was like, I want to do more action things. I had no idea that would be something that I'd love, and it was a blast.
No, it's so fun. And that scene is so great too. I mean, the whole, like I said, I love this show, but that part was like crazy because I was like, this isn't gonna be the guy. You guys, he just literally said he takes out the trash. Don't
I know,
keep
I
thinking.
know.
Don't fall for it.
He's just hired to take out the trash. But
Yeah.
it's like we're so in that moment worried about staying alive. I think
Clear, yeah.
a second for it to hit. And
Very fair.
I love how they shot the final moment where we're all just like, oh God, we did it. We actually did it. He's
Mhm.
on the ground bleeding out.
Yeah, we did it. For better or for worse, we did it. What would you say it is? I mean, obviously Allison's like scared to go back because of everything that happened, but do you think that's really what kept her away from maybe returning and finding her friends, or taking that long to do it?
I think, well, this is an interesting conversation. There's probably, she was so young.
Yeah.
So there are the years spent like, she's still living with her parents and has to be reunited with them and they sell the house. So there's like the recovery from that trauma and then
Mhm.
like trying to get your life on track. And, I think from my own life, like there are these moments or experiences or that happen when you're younger and it's almost like you are so determined not to let it define you that you don't even realize the ways in which it does.
Yeah.
And then it's like later in life where you come to it and you're like, oh, okay, now I see how this is affecting me. I want to learn more. I want to uncover this. And then, she says she met Gary in a Reddit forum.
Right.
So I kind of the way I think about it is just in that way where like at some point she became curious again about not only what happened but like how it defined her, how it could affect other people if anything else happened. And there is that divorce, right? Where you like go through something and you're like, okay, I'm just like I have to shut that door. And
Yeah.
she does that at the end of 8. She's like, I'm shutting the door. But of course, I don't think she'll be able to.
No, there's no way she's gonna come. She can't abandon them again. She's gonna, and I think because she,
Oh,
I do, I love the three of them together, and
me too.
it was so smart. Like even that like reunion. I love how he's just yelling at you from outside.
I
Allison.
know. It's like so emotional, and the boys are so sweet and affected. I mean, it's really sweet.
Yeah, it's so great. I loved it. I love this so much, and I can't wait for season 2 because I'm manifesting it because I'll be
Yeah,
so
thank you.
angry.
We'll light a candle.
Yes, and then because I will riot if there is not a season 2. Like I'm gonna be like, Celeste, tell me how it was gonna go. I can't
I
live like
know. I know. No, I have to believe there will be.
this. There has to be.
No, how could there not be? And you have Kiki. Come on.
I know, and she's so good. Everyone is so good in this. That's the thing. Like
I know.
you're all amazing. Everyone has their own little.
Yeah, everybody's like so distinct and clearly defined, but the blend works.
Yeah.
It really just works. And yeah, that was such a fun thing to discover. Again, like I'm playing, I think about it as like a little concert or a little symphony. And I was like, okay, I'm playing this like low, sad note over here in some ways.
Yeah.
And how it blends with everybody else who, in this way that is, yeah, really, I think intentional and again speaks to the casting.
Yeah. No, it's so good. Well, congratulations on everything. And maybe I'll get to talk to you for season 2 when it happens.
I hope so.
Thank you so much for your
again.
time.
Yeah.